Hello gamers, it's me, bbsmooth. A little bit of a streamer. I've played this game for about 2 or 3 years now, so I think I might know how to teach you how to play it. It's tough, but it's not impossible. And I've trained a million champions to become epic gamers in this stinky game. Alright, so on the character select screen, you're going to want to make sure seasonal is on. You're just going to have a better time, take my word for it. We can go into depth on why seasonal is good in a minute. First, we've got to do the important stuff. You're not going to be this guy. You're not going to be this guy. You could be this guy, you could be this guy, you could be this guy. But this guy, the priest, is who you should really be if you're a noob. He has an ability that can heal himself and his allies. He has long range to stay away from things. It's a great class to be if you have no idea what you're doing. Is it the most fun class in the game? No. But is it about having fun? Also no. We're here to learn how to play. So, to the options we go. The most important part of playing this game, we're going to have to do something that I've never wanted to do in my life. We're going to reset to default. Here we go. Why? Listen to the noises. The voices. The voices are getting louder and louder. The worms in my head. Get them out. Make them stop. We're just going to do that. This is the most important setting that you can do. When the voices get too loud, just turn off the sound. It'll make you feel a little bit better. Anyway, first off, you're going to want to look at your settings. You're going to want to study these. You want to stare at them forever. Just kidding. That's my job. I'm just going to explain the ones that you need to know. First off, I recommend you do toggle center of player to M. This is just what I use. Don't even really worry about it. But the important thing here is reset camera to default angle. Put that to R. If you are in the habit of rotating your camera, which you're not, by the way, because you just started playing, you're blessed if you can do WASD. But I want you to start practicing immediately rotating your camera. It's not the most important thing in the world, but it'll give you a jump start on being decent at the game. Next, we're going to go down to the settings that truly matter. You're going to want to look at all these. I'm going to put these in positions that I like them. You are not required to do what I do at all. This is just how I like it set up. Interact key is kind of important. It's how you get into dungeons faster. If you see a dungeon portal, you can use the interact key instead of finding it with your left click. Contextual interaction is pretty important. In a chat bubble, you can control click it, okay, when the game wants to work, and you can ignore, you can add friend. You can just do it from here. If you're holding left control, the default setting for that, you're able to do that. Escape to next is a very important button. It's going to be what keeps you alive when you've, gone up creek, when you have no idea what the heck you're doing. When you want to get out of a situation, you're going to press F. It's going to be a good idea. Toggle HP bars. Very nice thing to have on. I love seeing HP bars on characters. Very nice to have that on. Here's where we get to something important. We've got quick slots. What are quick slots? Let me show you. Quick slots are where you put your health, where you put your mana potions, if you have them, and they're super important. If you are in the middle of combat and you're doing hard content, you're doing content you're not familiar with, you are going to need a button that will use health pots as fast as possible. That's why if you have a mouse with buttons on it, I recommend putting the side mouse buttons on that quick slot. Since I'm a super professional gamer, I have mouse buttons, and it feels pretty good. I only have 2 mouse buttons. I'm not that professional, so I put right click as my third. You don't really have to worry about that unless you have an adventurer's belt, a rare item that will give you a third quick slot. Kind of OP, kind of not important. Now we're going to quickly go to gameplay options. You can, figure out all this stuff on your own. I think the social tab doesn't exactly matter too much. First off, opacity. Have you ever wanted to see what you're doing? Yeah, you probably should. This is a bullet hell game. If you don't know what the hell's going on, if you can't see anything, well, you're going straight to bullet hell. We're going to slide opacity down to about, 30, 40, 50. As a noob, it might be decent to have opacity around 50 just so you can see where other players are standing. Maybe get a feel for, like, what might be safe, what might be a good spot to be in. We're going to turn projectiles off. We're going to turn pet summons off. We don't need to see other players' shots, yeah? We really don't. We don't need to see that. So we're turning it off. Camera rotation speed, I do recommend playing on fast. If you are going to rotate your camera, it's great for it to go vroom vroom. You don't want to mess around with star requirement yet because you might filter yourself out, you little noob. We're going to go to video, which is also very important because it allows you to pick your style. Are you the type of gamer that loves customizing? This is basically all you got. So pick one of these. I like to make my cursor big. And if you play with it this small, you're crazy. You want to have something that's like easy for you to follow in the heat of battle, just so you know where you're shooting at. I recommend one of these multicolored ones. They're very classic. You're going to absolutely need to, this is the most important thing, go to ally shoot and hit hide all. This is the best thing you can do for yourself. Also turn off ally summons. With these things off, you will have an incredibly better experience than you would have otherwise. You need to turn these off, or you will have a seizure.